So, where were we? That's right. Do you guys remember this migrant couple? Angel over here apparently has 3 children. One of them was born in the United States. But with who? Who do you think, guys? Of course, another Democratic crown jewel, Avigail Crespo Perez, his lovely girlfriend or wife, who also got arrested. Both are Venezuelan migrants. You know, the strawberry was deported, and so his wifey was probably like, well, he's no longer making money on tick trash, and the benefits we are receiving from the American government, they're still coming, but I don't want to run that risk and get deported the same way my thuggish hubby did. And so what did she do? She self-deported to Venezuela. But here's the kicker. The Democrats told us that somebody like Abigail was running away from her country because she was, an asylum seeker and she was being oppressed and persecuted by the Venezuelan government. And so today I'm going to show you what was the first thing Abigail, the fake asylum seeker, did as soon as she arrived in Venezuela. And trust me, you do care because once again, I was right that she was a fraud. On top of that, Friday has the numbers ready of how much Abigail and her family cost the American taxpayers. Isn't that right, Friday?
Yes, boss. I have all the numbers locked up and ready to go.
Perfect. Well then, let's get started. Right. So last time I was telling you about the strawberry and how he got deported and locked up in Venezuela. And I mentioned his wifey, Avigail Crespo Perez. Please watch. When it comes to his wife, there are some unconfirmed reports that she fled the country. For now, she has almost completely disappeared from the Take Trash platform. But as soon as I get confirmation, I will let you know. So here's the update. She couldn't handle the pressure and she self-deported to Venezuela. But let's go back a little bit. Remember, these two got arrested in Florida. Since it is too difficult for them to behave anywhere and act like normal beings, they got in trouble. During that time, the devil's daughter and her boyfriend at the time took care of the Strawberries and Abigail's children, as you can see from this video. Eventually, they were both released, and that's when I reported them to ICE officials. Then ICE officials arrested him and deported him. But she knew she was also on that report. So she didn't want to end up like her ex-hubby and left. But you must be wondering, why did I even mention the devil's daughter, who is still arrested in Venezuela, by the way? But here's why. So Abigail went back to Venezuela, and what did she do, guys? She went to the pool to have a good time. Look at that. Oh, poor asylum seeker, right? Oh, another scam has been exposed. And from there, she got into an affair with the devil's daughter. I guess you can now say ex-boyfriend. There you go. Abigail's thuggish boyfriend is locked up in prison, and so is the devil's daughter. And so here are these two just doing what they do best, being disgusting. To be honest, I could care less. But The migrant community is freaking out over this. Oh, how can this happen? Oh, Avigail is cheating on the strawberry, and the devil's daughter's boyfriend is having an affair with her. Like, they are losing their minds. And I'm like, why are you guys so surprised? I mean, this is Avigail Crespo Perez, guys. She looks like a hoe. She talks like a hoe. She walks like a hoe. Hey, she must be a hoe. And then the devil's daughter's boyfriend, I mean, for you to date someone like the devil's daughter, that's as low as you can go. So I guess Abigail, the migrant criminal hoe, is an upgrade. What can I tell you? Again, we could care less. But this is important to mention, being that Democrats told us so many times that somebody like Abigail was a true asylum seeker and she needed the protection from the American government. And there she is, having a wonderful time. She has finally been exposed for the scammer and criminal that she is. Furthermore, why don't we get into the numbers? This is my favorite part and the most important part of the entire process, in my opinion. Friday, what are we looking at here? I mean, these two with their children entered the US, I would say sometime around 2022, and it is unclear exactly when they entered. So maybe we can just average it down to the middle of 2022. And since the strawberry was recently deported and this one, his wifey, ex-wifey, left the US not that long ago, let's say they left completely around the middle of 2025. So that would give us what? About 3 years. Maybe let's give them 2.5 years to be modest. Again, some of you guys in the comments section are saying, you know, these numbers are sort of low. I think we spent more money on them, and we probably did, guys, but I do not have the exact dates of the entries and exits in some cases of these criminals. So I'm being modest, but still, those numbers are pretty pathetic. Even if we just calculate these numbers on the low end or the average. Either way, Friday, what do we have? 2 migrants illegally crossed the border and they entered with 2 children. Remember, one of them was born here in the US, and we paid for that too. So give us all of these numbers, break it down for us. How much did the stupid Democrats made us pay for the strawberry and Abigail's family?
Boss, let's calculate this disaster with Angel Cardenas Bravo, the strawberry, and Abigail Crespo Perez. First year in the Chicago shelter with their 2 kids, family of 4. Shelter costs $100 per person daily for housing, meals, and services, so $400 daily, totaling $146,000 for 365 days. Add Medicaid for the family, $500 per person yearly, so $2,000 for the year, or 5.5 cents daily. School supplies and transportation assistance, estimated at $200 monthly, or $6.70 daily. Total for year 1, $412.20 daily, or $150,453 for the year. Then, Abigail gives birth to their American kid, costing taxpayers $12,500 for the delivery. For years 2 and 3, family of 5, in a 3-bedroom rental at $2,500 monthly. Utilities, gas, electricity, water, trash. For a larger home, $500 monthly. EBT for 5, $1,000 monthly. Medicaid for the family, $2,500 yearly, or $208 monthly. WIC for the American kid, $55 monthly. CHIP for the kid, $1,200 yearly, or $100 monthly. Cash assistance, federal TNF, and local aid, $400 monthly. School supplies and transportation, $300 monthly. Total monthly cost, $5,063. Over 24 months, that's $121,512. First year, for the family of 4, shelter, Medicaid, supplies, and transport cost $150,453, plus $12,500 for the birth. For any miscellaneous migrant aid we might have missed, add $16,000 to cover extras. Grand total, $150,453, plus $12,500, plus $121,512, plus $16,000 equals $300,465. These disgusting parasites, the strawberry and Abigail, suck taxpayers dry for $300,465 while contributing nothing but TikTok trash.
Over $300,000 on these criminals and fake asylum seekers. I gotta tell you, you can criticize the Trump administration all you want. Myself, I've done some criticism, you know that. We don't have to agree on everything. But I can tell you this right now. I will never, ever vote Democrat again. What a complete disgrace. Please share this video with everybody, especially if you have somebody who supports the Democratic Party. Look at this scam. Completely exposed. All of that money was just wasted on these 2 individuals and their kids who don't know what is going on, but their parents knew. And at the end of it all, not the strawberry nor his criminal hoe ex-girlfriend Avigail even said, "Thank you, Americans. Thank you for sustaining us all of these 2-3 years. Thank you." Nope. Not even a TY on any of their videos. What a joke. But oh well, they're gone. And Abigail, good riddance. Unreal that we wasted our time and money on these 2 leeches. Thank you for watching. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. A very special thank you to those of you who support this content. The shout outs are down below. Take care and I'll see you next time.
Mira, escúchame, mami, tú te crees que tú eres mía, ¿verdad? Y si no te gusta que te encante.
Está bien, pues.
Como que está bien, pues. Tú eres mía, gáfate que mi me la hijo de puta gana.
Está bien.
O sea, para siempre.
Yo tengo un papel firmado contigo.
Ningún papel firmado,
No, tengo
pero
papel
a tú
firmado
decir que la
contigo.
mujer mía, ya tú eres mía y pregúntame, tú eres mía hasta que me dé la mamá hueva gana y ya, pues. Y ya, porque el macho tuyo soy yo, pues, ¿qué pasó? Suerte.
¿Qué te digo yo a ti?